My name is Lucrece François and Turbo Preps is Cameroon's first ever daily exam mastery platform, which has been designed to bridge the gap between classroom theory and GCE success.
What specific problems did you identify? Like, what made you want to develop Turbo Preps?
Okay, we carried out some research and we realized that GCE failure was not as a result of lack of intelligence on the part of the students, it was as a result of the practice gap. You know, many students face mock examinations twice a year. That is like somebody preparing for the mountain race and practicing just 2 times a year. No need to tell you how that would end. But Turbo Preps now brings mock exams on a daily basis, which means that by the time June end comes, the GCE is just another day to take another exam.
Intriguing. Walk us through the experience. Say if Form 5 or opposite student was to get into this platform, what happens in the first 60 seconds?
Now, unlike most generic websites, Turbo Preps actually onboards you onto a personalized path within the first few seconds. Now, when you log in, you tell us your class, your region, your subjects, and also your series. And within seconds, the platform curates 10 years plus of GCE history tailored specifically to your curriculum. That's like having a private tutor who is already aware of your syllabus, but this time a virtual one.
Now, I would like to think almost every student in an examination class must have seen past papers. Why not just buy from a market, buy a booklet or say a handout? What makes it special?
Well, Mr. Dash, you're very correct. Every student has seen past GCE questions and even booklets that are designed to help them prepare for the exams. But what makes Turbo Preps different is the fact that once you answer a question on the platform, we give you instant feedback with explanation. Now, these booklets actually give you knowledge. We give to you understanding because we correct your mistake while the logic is still fresh in your mind. Whereas with other sources, you need to wait for your teacher to mark your script for weeks, and you also need to flip to the back of the book before you get your answer. With us, it's easy peasy.
As a teacher, I can affirm that this is something else. Now, I would like to think there are so many apps, so many platforms out there, say from the US, the UK. Why go into something from Cameroon? Why Turbo Preps?
We were actually tempted to use apps from these areas you just mentioned, but the truth is these international apps do not understand the Cameroonian GCE context. Turbo Preps has been designed for our curriculum, our grading system, and our technical realities, which means that it has been optimized for local data speed and also the specific way in which our teachers phrase questions.
Now, for our dear parents who happen to be the people footing this examination bills, how does Turbo Preps give them some calmness and peace of mind?
You know, many parents actually lack insight on the progress that children make towards GCE success. Now, Turbo Preps has come to solve that problem with features such as progress tracking. We give parents the ability to actually check their children's progress through gaps covered, and they also know the limitations of these children, that is subjects where they actually need more help and where they are actually excelling, which means that a parent will be able to assess his or her child even before the fees are being paid.
Now, being a teacher, should we be worried? Is this Turbo Preps coming for our head?
No, I've actually been anticipating that question, and the answer is absolutely not. You know, teachers are the backbone of every country, and they have a very, very large and significant role to play in the education of each and every one of us. And Turbo Preps has only come to help them in their work. They provide the knowledge and the wisdom. We are just providing the infrastructure that students need for GCE success.
Teachers, there you have it. Okay, most of these students actually know their material, they know their stuff, but for some reason, at the side of an examination clock, there is this unmeasurable tension. Does Tubo Preps help them to manage this particular type of pressure?
Definitely, it does. You know, knowledge in an examination is just half the battle. The other one is pressure management. You need to be able to manage the anxiety and the pressure that comes with examination. Now, Tubo Preps actually simulate the examination. We have daily mock examinations so that by the time you get to the exam hall, that pressure is no longer there because you have faced it so many times already. It becomes a normal thing to you.
Great. Now we've heard about badges, leaderboards on this Tubo platform. Is this just a game or is there a bigger goal to this?
Well, I would say yes to both questions. It is a game because it is actually what makes the platform to be fun for the students, and there is a bigger goal because let's face it, sometimes learning can be lonely,
Boring.
frustrating, and like she rightly said, boring. But with leaderboards and badges, we actually help simulate what social media uses, because when you have a badge or you see yourself on the Southwest leaderboard, it actually makes you to celebrate and you want to learn more, you want to study harder, and that is what social media uses to get students hooked. But we now have redirected that feeling to academic success.
I feel like being a student again.
You should.
Now we all have this movement, student ambassadors and things like that. What is this about?
The student ambassadorship program came up because we didn't just want to be an app on a mobile device. We actually want to be more than that. And so we have selected some students, and we are still selecting some students from various schools where they're going to be leading Tubo Prep study groups in their various establishments. This is so as to promote and elevate the Cameroonian educational system.
At this point, I think we'll need to move to the magic question. People, students particularly, must be asking, when can students in Cameroon leave or get access to Tubo Preps?
Okay, thank you so much for that question. The thing is, Tubo Preps is already available, but it's going to be launched in the month of May. But students can actually log on to the app right now. All they have to do is type www.tubopreps.app and create an account and enjoy.